Object-oriented programming is complex. Using object-oriented programming, it needs extra effort to build a system. You need some time to understand a system which has been developed using object-oriented programming. I had a system where you needed 3 months to learn the system so that you can become productive. So why still object-oriented programming is used for complex system? Why I still will build a system using object-oriented programming instead of using procedure-based programming? Hello friends, today I want to give you 3 reasons why I would use object-oriented programming over procedure. The first reason is object-oriented programming generally means less number lines of codes, less duplication of code. When you use procedure-based programming, okay, initially the productivity is very good, but what ends up having is you keep writing same code different places. If you are using some web forms, window forms, you would be writing same code in one form and then another form. There's a lot of duplication of code. Whereas in object-oriented programming, you have an invoice class. If you need to add some new cost method, you will go to invoice class, add a method, and make sure your client is using that invoice object. So that way all the code related to invoice is centralized inside the invoice class, which helps you to make sure that you do there's a less extra code, duplicate code and redundant code. The second advantage of object-oriented based programming is that it's easy to evolve the system. It's easy to add features. For example, if you came with some new text method, so you have to apply some new tags to some invoices based on some state. So you go to the invoice class and make changes to that invoice class rating based on this state. This is the rate. You just make changes to the invoices. So if you are using good object-oriented programming techniques, if you are using interfaces to decouple your client with this invoice class, the chances are your client code not be affected. So this way all your changes are done in one particular invoice class and the chances of breaking the client code is less. The third big reason is maintenance. When I was new to object-oriented programming, and it was very hard to design object-oriented programming based system. You have to come with classes. Okay, I know I need to write this method. Does it goes to invoice class or sales class or invoice sales collaboration class, some manager class, where this code goes? You have to think a lot. You have to make a lot of decisions. And I was thinking, oh my God, why I am you doing this object-oriented programming? But when it went to the maintenance state, it was so cool. It comes again to the same fact that you are going to if there's a bug in invoice calculation, you will just make change in the invoice bug calculation, and if you have written automated unit test, you will make sure it will pass and nothing else will get broken. Actually, it's during maintenance that you love it. I did inherit a system that was based on procedure-based class. One form had 10,000 lines of code, and you make one change, you fix one bug, and introduces 10 bugs. So if you have designed system using object-oriented programming, generally it's a very less chances of you breaking one part and introducing 10 bugs. It helps you to increase the maintenance because object-oriented programming, you use domain-based model where you have an invoice and real-world invoice. So if some changes need to be made the invoice, okay, I need to go to a invoice class. There's a mapping between your software and real-world object. Some maintenance is easy, you can evolve it. So friends, thank you friends for watching this video. If you like this video, like it, share it, and subscribe to this channel for regular updates. Also connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter, especially LinkedIn. If you like small summaries of the video, I will be putting a lot of small summaries of the video on LinkedIn. Thanks again.